Hey guys, welcome to the crossover pod. My name's Gabe.
I'm Nick.
Let's get into today's video.
Today we're going to be doing a PPR 18 mock draft, talk about some players we like and go on from there.
Yeah, we're gonna be alternating picks. We're at the five spot. Gabe's gonna pick second. I'll go first, and we'll keep alternating between the two. We got 15 seconds until we start drafting, but yeah, this is an eight-team league right now for this mock draft. But we're gonna do some other videos in the future, doing 10-man leagues, 12-man leagues, and so on for all the people out there who are interested in that. Um, but yeah, so picking at the five. Who just went right there? Can't even see. I don't even know.
Number two, Bijan.
Bijan, yeah. So I mean, probably right now looking at it, both receivers are up there, and we're up. We're on the clock.
You can get Justin.
Yeah, I think with this pick right here, I think it's kind of obvious. I think we go Justin Jefferson. I'm gonna make that pick. I don't know if you like that or not, but
I like that for those available. I think he can do better than CD, who was the second receiver available.
yeah,
And then for the next pick, I like to even out my team, so I'm gonna probably go McCaffrey or Genty, whoever's available. If they're both selected, I'll probably have to go Neighbors due to he being the only receiver on that team.
mm,
I don't say Puka falls as well, but I like to even out my team, so I have to go running back. So we have to see if these guys want to let them fall to us. But
yeah. This is an interesting draft so far. Jamar Chase falling to the fourth pick. Jefferson falling to us. Saquon going at two, which I don't know. I don't hate, but I'd probably pick some of those guys up before I go to Saquon at number two.
hopefully this guy takes the receiver. Yep, there we
Yeah,
go. Oh,
on the clock. So we got a receiver.
we could either go with Taylor or Nico. I feel like I'm not too high on HM this year, me personally. I think Nico would do good due to him being the only receiver. If you would like to double up on our receivers, or we can pick up Josh Jacobs as well. I think he'll have a great year.
I'm a big fan of Jonathan Taylor. I'm not gonna lie, but this is your pick. I'll let you kind of.
I'll take Taylor due to I like evening out the
Yeah,
team.
he's a running back and couldn't do it all. He runs, he catches. He's on a pretty bad division too, so he is not facing the best competition. Um, but yeah, Achan, I like Achan. I think the offense in Miami got like pretty ass over the offseason. But again, I think he's kind of the only running back there. I feel like he's going to probably get a lot of the touches. And he's a pass catching guy. This is PPR. I don't know if we said that in the beginning, but this is PPR. So guys like Achan, guys like Jonathan Taylor, they're going to be a little bit more valuable than some guys like, Derrick Henry, let's say. He doesn't catch.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you looking for to get the third pick though?
Probably just going best available. I think there's some good running backs up there. I'd probably prefer to get one of those. I'm liking Kyron Williams this year. I like Josh Jacobs, so I think one of those I'd probably be pretty interested in. Um,
I'd be leaning towards Kyron or Drake London if I were you in this pick.
I know you like Drake London this year. I don't know how I feel about Drake London. He had a great year last year. I get scared when I see Penix as the quarterback, but I guess
AJ
we'll
Brown
see.
is also still available at
Yeah, AJ Brown is there
we got to see
too.
if he falls down. That wouldn't be a good third overall pick right there.
Clock. Okay. Yeah, so I think right now, best available is either Brown, Kyron Williams, and that's probably it. I think these two guys are a little bit a step above the rest. But I think if I get my way, I'm probably gonna go Kyron. I'm a big fan of Kyron Williams. Another running back similar to Jonathan Taylor, who we already have, who can do it all. He can run, he can catch in a pretty good offense. With Stafford, they're probably gonna be moving the ball a lot.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a lot of goal line touchdowns as well because they're
Yeah.
gonna be passing a lot this year, so that leads to goal line. So
Yeah, I mean they do have Corum as the backup RB over there. He's probably gonna get a lot more touches, considering it's gonna be his second year. But I don't think he scares me away from Kyron.
no, I agree with that. The next pick, I don't know if we take a receiver or I like to pick a quarterback. You said it is PPR, so quarterbacks who run like Lamar or Josh Allen. or even Jalen Hurts because he gets a lot of push pushes. So we could take a quarterback here or finish up our receivers.
Which quarterbacks are up right now?
We got Josh Allen, we got Jaden, and we got Jalen. I don't see Lamar, so I think he was taken already. I'm not a big fan of Josh Allen. I might
I'm a
have
big
to.
fan of Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I like Jaden this year as well. I don't think he's gonna have a sophomore slump. I think he's gonna be one of those outliers.
Yeah, I think they helped stock like a good team around him again. They're kind of really giving him the help. So yeah, what do we need? Just a receiver probably because we only have
We only got Jay Jettis for now.
yeah, we only got Jefferson.
I
So
think there's Marvin Harrison on the board, who I'm really fond, or we can also pick up as a duo if he falls to us, Terry.
yeah, I like pairing up a receiver with our quarterback. I like that a lot. But um I mean, I think if Lad McConkey somehow makes it to us, I'd probably go with him. But I love Marvin Harrison. I like Rashi Rice, even though he's coming off that big injury.
Mhm.
But that offense is just too good. You know, you kind of want guys like him.
Yeah.
Um,
How do you feel about Mike Evans this year upcoming?
it's hard to doubt Mike Evans, bro. I feel like he's just always consistent. Besides the injury stuff, he'll always get dinged up here and there. He is an older guy at this point, but he's just a go-to guy. Like you can see his connection with Baker, and Baker's in trouble, he'll just sling it to him. That's another thing about Baker too. It's like almost what Mike Evans had in Jameis Winston is a guy who just he's not afraid to launch it. And those are big fantasy points. Not might it might not be great for real life, might lead to a lot of picks, but
Oh yeah.
fantasy wise, a lot of those are going to come up with big catches, big gains for guys like Mike Evans. Um,
I'm confused still at the board though. If he could somehow fall to us, I
yeah,
would.
if McConkey doesn't get picked here, I'm probably taking him. If he does get picked, I'm probably just going to go Marvin Harrison. I think,
The one thing though, I don't know if you see both of them both have buys with our players. So for our bye, we can pick up two guys.
some,
But McConkey is on the board though.
I think I gotta go with him. He's like the clear number one in that offense. They're gonna be throwing the ball a lot. It's a competitive division. They're gonna have to keep up. So he's gonna get a ton of touches. He's gonna have a ton of volume. So I don't mind me some Lad McConkey.
Oh yeah. Let's see. We could pick up a tight end, or we can fill out our flex right now. So we gotta see.
Yeah, I
There's not
think
much tight ends available. I would take Laporte later on. Yeah, I don't see him. He's over here. We could take him.
I think there's a lot of good names left on the board at that flex spot. So I'd probably lean towards one of those guys over reaching on a tight end.
Yeah, I agree with that. If Marvin's still there, that's my go-to guy right there for the flex or receiver too. So, well, we just gotta see what happens from there.
Yeah, there's some good. There actually is a lot of good guys right now. Marvin Harrison's right there.
I feel like I have to take him. He is the receiver one, the only receiver outside of Ertz on the team. He's gonna have to prove himself, so I think he's gonna have a big off season. He's been hitting the weights as well, I saw.
He got yoked.
So I think that's gonna help him a lot with the 50-50 balls.
Yeah, I like how the team's shaping up. I really like it.
I was also a big fan of Garrett Wilson. I just gotta see how Dustin Fields plays out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Justin
Taking
Fields
him.
played with him in college. They already kind of have some rapport and some chemistry. So I actually think that Wilson's probably going to do pretty well.
I think that as well. If
But
Marvin Harrison wasn't there, that would have been my pick.
yeah, still some solid names up there. I'm big on guys like Cortland Sutton.
Mhm.
DK Metcalf now with Rodgers is a little bit more enticing to me. Wilson's still there. DJ Moore. I don't know if it's just me, maybe you too, but I never trust the Chicago Bears. I
I'm
like,
not a fan of any The Chicago City for sports was only good when they had Michael Jordan.
yeah, that's honestly pretty true.
The Bears is just a bad franchise. The Bulls, they had Derrick Rose, and then they got finessed with their injury. Ever since him, the Bulls have just been a bad team. The Bears have not been good. I don't trust them. I have to see it to believe it. I don't put faith in that
Yeah, I
team.
mean they have a lot of weapons in Chicago too. I think Moore is going to be fine. I'm not going to say he's going to be ass, but um, yeah, I think Garrett Wilson's still there. Oh, we have three receivers, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
I feel
kind
like
of
we
wanting
could
to
still
run
take
it.
him though, because we have. I like Tony Pollard. I feel like we can pick him up later if he could
I
fall
like
to us.
DeAndre Swift, even though I was just shitting on Chicago. But yeah, I think Garrett Wilson's just too good to pass up. He's a number one. on a pretty bad team who's going to have to throw a lot to stay in these games. But yeah, I think we should definitely look at running back next pick before they all start going.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Tony Paul, like I said earlier, if you guys take him. I'm super high on Trayvon Henderson. But I don't think I can get him due to him being splitting with Stevenson.
Yeah.
So for real life, I feel like he'll do good, but I don't know how I feel about him in fantasy. Tony Pollard is a do-it-all running back on a team with the Titans who should not open up the pass game, which opens up the
Mhm.
run game.
Yeah, and I feel like Pollard's going to be a big like safety blanket at quarterback there with the
Yeah, just I feel like we had to take him to Tornado
yeah,
backup.
Cam Moore's going to check down a lot, so Pollard's probably going to get a lot of touches. Yeah, I mean Monty's still up there. I don't hate Monty, but I don't think he's going to fall to us now. Um, yeah, I like Trayvon Henderson. I feel like if Ramondre is still, fumbling balls, not playing well, I think it's just going to really open the door for Henderson. I really see like Josh McDaniels just giving him like the RB1 spot in New
Hmm.
England.
I feel like Calvin really could also have a good year having a better quarterback now as well. If
Yeah.
one of the get two Tennessee players, or if the Browns find out who their quarterback is and can
Yeah, that's true. That's to
then
be determined. We have no
because
idea what's going on in Cleveland.
because Jerry Judy is a great receiver, but they don't have no one to pass the ball as of now. They got some old hooligan out there.
Yeah, I mean, we got Isaiah Pacheco down there. Again, I don't know what Isaiah Pacheco is going to be after a year like he just had, the injuries. Kareem Hunt is still there. Um, he's like high risk, high reward. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we do need running back. I'm in between Henderson, Pacheco, and Javante. I'll kind of let you. What's your input?
I think Javante just has more upside to being the clear RB1,
Yeah.
and the Dallas during the regular season are always good. So I feel like Javante will be the best pick for now.
Yeah, I like Javante a lot. I hate the Cowboys, but he's an RB1, on a bench spot for our team. I think that's pretty good value, especially if someone gets injured. You can just insert a guy like him as a RB1.
Yeah, I gotta see. We could.
Now it's starting to look at like tight ends. We need a tight end.
Yeah, the next head is at 89, so I don't know if you want to reach right now because we're still in the 60s.
Yeah,
So I feel like we can still get low drafting one guy before we start going to our tight ends.
yeah. I mean, I'm happy with someone like Mark Andrews, Evan Ingram as our starting tight end. They're not,
Mhm.
the elite of the elite, but they're guys who can have big weeks.
Yeah, if I could, I like Mark Andrews a lot. I would reach on him, but I don't know if you want to wait till the next round
I think we can maybe get away with waiting.
because I also like Cooper Kupp a lot this year. I think he's gonna do good, so we
Yeah,
can take him right now.
I like Cup. Stay the hell away from Chris Olave. I love him, but damn, that dude is like Derrick Rose when it comes to injuries. This dude's never healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some Cooper Kupp, and hopefully Mark Andrews falls, or we can get Evan
Yeah.
Ingram.
Yeah. Next one needs to be a tight end. Who we got up?
Mark Andrews still there.
Mark
Boom, big
Andrews.
time.
Yeah. There we go. Works out in our favor. I think that's easy. Good offense. Big guy. Has a good chemistry with Lamar. Kind of no-brainer for our team right now.
If he falls to us, I would like to double up and go Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm completely fine with that if it works out that way.
I feel like Evan's ceiling is much higher than Andrews as well, because Andrews also on a downfall. He
Mhm.
is a reliable tight end, but Evan Ingram just has so much of a higher ceiling.
Yeah, I agree. I don't mind shifting in between them week to week if this was our team going into a league.
Yeah, I think Stephon Diggs will also have a great year. I think he's gonna be the pass receiver one. Drake May having to do stuff this year.
Evan Ingram was the pick right before us. Oh, that
Yeah,
breaks my heart. But yeah, I'm still high on Diggs if you want to do that.
I think Diggs is the best
Yeah,
man available right now, so we have to go with him.
yeah, I think that's a wide receiver one. Again, similar to what we said about Javante, this is a wide receiver one who's going to be on our bench. So if anything happens to our starters, he's an easy guy to plug in and play. Um, and sometimes I feel like when it comes to fantasy, safe is your best bet. What are you feeling now?
Um, I feel like we have more receivers than running back.
I
We
mean, we
could,
could get Jonnu Smith if we wanted a backup tight end. I don't know if he's going to stay in Miami. He was a beast last year. I don't know.
yeah, we could do that. I feel like, uh, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a game time decision.
We'll take Jonnu. You know, we have a bunch of backup receivers back, well, a bunch of backup running backs. I think Jonnu is kind of like the last of the playable tight ends available. So now we can get a backup quarterback if we need it, or we can just go right into like getting defense, kicker,
I
all
think
that.
if we could snag a Reed,
Snack who? Jaden Reed?
yeah, I think he's gonna be good. Or we could get into defenses if you like. I'll
Uh,
let you decide that.
what do we got for
We
defenses?
could pick up the Ravens. They just picked up Alexander.
Yeah, they got Jair Alexander today. Yeah, why not? Screw it. We got nothing to lose.
Pick him up.
And then kicker can be our last pick. We'll pick one more receiver, running back, maybe a quarterback. We want like Justin Herbert.
Which
This is your pick.
we could take Herbert or we could take Fields. Fields has more upside because he runs a lot,
Yeah, let's take
especially with
Fields. I like how we played in Pittsburgh.
that Jets line. He's gonna have to run a lot more, which leads to more points. He has a better receiver room than
Mhm.
last year because he could check down with Breeze or he could pass it out to Wilson, which he's got to throw in his facility and he's gonna go in and come down with the ball.
Yeah, I think he has high upside, you know, depending on how Aaron Glenn uses him. I feel like Aaron Glenn's a pretty smart coach, at least from what we've seen in Detroit. I usually go like Tyler Loop. I don't know. He's a rookie, plays for
Yeah,
Baltimore. Boom. That's our team. Is there a way we can see our whole team? Oh, on the left right over here. I like it. I think it looks nice. But yeah, let us know what you guys think of the team on the left. Maybe picks we should have made, picks we didn't. Make sure to comment and let us know. And then we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be doing more of these 8-team leagues, 10-team leagues, 12-team leagues at different spots. Today we picked out 5. The next one we could pick out 1, 2, you know, etc. So hope you guys liked it. Make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment, hit notifications. Thank you guys.